Yeah, it's a beautiful name. We are grateful that you are here and you are the ones that are the guests for today. Na tunapoketi hapo na tunaulizana kwa nini tuletwe all the way? Tungewapata nyumbani. But we want you to know that there are things and there are different lives elsewhere. Sio nyumbani tu. That's why we felt we needed you to we needed to come together, be able to sit together, eat together, share together, and have this function so that you know how important this is. So I said I want to thank our team for this because I've not received any complaint from the counties and the applicants that Kasioki or Kimitei or Marianne knows any of the 5 applicants. Hiyo complaint ingeshafika ofisini. Kwamba we picked people who are not necessarily deserving, but because we know them. So thank you very much to the team. We really appreciate that. And that is the spirit at the African Wildlife Foundation in terms of giving the opportunity to the deserving, even those that we do not know. And I don't think, na kama kuna mzazi hapa alipigiwa simu ama guardian na watu wa AWF ama WCK akaitishwa kitu mtaniona kando. I want to believe that all of us, I think the process was open, diligently done, so thank you very much to the team that was able to do that. We appreciate that. So AWF na sitasema mengi kwa sababu Kimitei ataongea kuhusu miradi yetu ya hapa Tsavo. But AWF is as old as 62. We are about 63 years old. We are not a young organization. Na tulipoanza kazi ya AWF, we started as the African Wildlife Leadership Foundation, where we started 62 plus years ago. Kuangalia, who is this? How would we build capacity for Africans, Kenyans, Ugandans, Tanzanians to be able to take over the conservation work, which initially, and I think a lot of work was being done by the Wazungu. So during independence, the big question was, who is going to take that over? Of course, mutauliza kabla ya Wazungu kwani tulikuwa tunafanya nini? So we were still conserving, but there was that change because of governance and the colonialism. And in 1963, there were many questions. From 60, how will we take up our leadership? So I'm very proud to say that to date, in more than 20 African countries, we have people who've gone through African Wildlife Foundation, mikono yetu, or mikono ya shirika. They are the leaders you see today. They are the senior directors you see today across the continent. So we are very, very proud that we were able to get there. Hata wa Kenya wenzangu, the ones you hear speaking a lot about conservation, most of them went through either scholarships, education, conservation fellowships at the African Wildlife Foundation. And 60 years later, sijui kama kuna mtu wa miaka 60 hapa, I think ni mimi nakaribia hapo sasa, you start wondering, what have we achieved what we set out to achieve? So because they are sunset years. So half your life is done and you are looking back and wondering, what is my legacy? And I think as we were thinking through this conservation education project, we said we need to find out what we can do again differently. There are kids or there are people who manage to go to university, masters, doctorates through AWF, sponsored scholarships or are affiliated. But we also want to get children and start working with them. It could be 1 or 2 or 3. It's not the number that matters. We do hope we can get more. Lakini pia hata tukianza wawili, kuna hesabu tulikuwa tunafanya tukiwa high school, ilikuwa inaitwa either arithmetic progression and geometric progression. I remember something like that. So you start small, but the 5 are going to touch the lives of 10. The 10 will touch the lives of 20. And I'm saying this because the education you get, sio yako peke yako, it's going to change your village. I think Daktari has said that. And I'm saying that with humility. Many of us would not be where we are if it was not for education. Mutaambiwa hakuna kazi, so unasoma ya nini? But let me ask you, mumeona mahali wanaitisha, wanasema mwenye hana kazi ndio anaandikwa? Have you seen that kind of advert kwa papers? Because, we are always saying there are no jobs. So why are we going to school? But have your papers, have your documents. They will open doors for you. Okay? So don't look and say, my brother went to school, he's still in the village. My cousin went to school, bado ako kijijini. Do the best you can. And the opportunity you get is your opportunity. And God has a way of opening doors for you. So if you want to go, those of us who are keen, I know young people are very keen to get out of the country. It gets very difficult when you have no papers. So hata kama hakuna kazi, tungangane. Because opportunities, when they come, they'll come to those that have studied. It will not be for those that haven't. So with or without jobs, that's what we are hoping for. And then I know Daktari has also talked about building conservationists, which is important. Wengine wetu kama si Waislamu ni Wakristo. Ni wangapi huwa wanafungua gari matatu dirisha wanarusha makaratasi nje na chupa hapa? Unajijua, si ndio? So usiinue mkono. Ama unafungua mlango wako unarusha takataka nje as long as it's outside your house. Ama hizi chupa mnaenda mkirusha ovyo ovyo. Ama shuleni unarusha makaratasi unasema si kazi yako. Na wengine wetu wameokoka sana. And I said this, AWF team allow me to repeat this. He said mbinguni ni mbali. If you read the book of Genesis 2:18, I think it says, and God created man and woman, and he asked them to tend the earth. That was the first kazi. I think most of us here are doing the work that God gave us. Walimu tunawashukuru sana for enabling us to be where we are, but we went back to the first job that we were given, to take care of the earth. So when you are there, mama wenzangu, tunakata makaa, kuni, miti ovyo ovyo, miche ovyo ovyo, maji tunaharibu, na tumeokoka sana, ama tunangoja siku ya kiyama, I can assure you, kiyama tutakipata. So it won't matter, the faith that we confess, but we need to take care of the earth because that is the first duty of man. And I was trying to see, kwa Quran, kama pia kuna hiyo, na nikaona in English it says humans as successors of the earth. I think Al-Amnam, Al-Raf, kuna chapters hapo mwende muangalie. So it's not for the Christians. Ni sisi wote, Wakristo kwa Waislamu. So if we are not tending the earth, mbinguni itakuwa mbali sana, however much we work. So my encouragement. So as I was saying, education is an equalizer, inatupatia nafasi. And we were looking at it and saying, we can train, we can create awareness, but the long and most foundational change we can have is to touch the life of one student or two students. We are lucky we are beginning with 5. In future, we are looking at increasing that number. And we hope we can get partners who can also help us add another student, 1 more, 2 more, and so on. And that the students that we have will pay forward, what we call paying forward. So tufanya hivi, but when you get the opportunity to be in Australia, because I see you in Australia, I see you in the US representing the country, kuna mawakili hapa, na si lazima nyote mkue watu wa wanyamapori. I think as has been said, that is the foundation. Whichever space you will occupy, whether as a businessman, whether as an accountant, whether kama wakili like Kasioki, you will be pushing the conservation agenda, wherever it will be. So we are looking forward to ensuring that we build that space, and then as you go out there, you also build others. Kwa mashule zenu, nyumbani, kwa wazazi, pia hata wazazi, we want to encourage you. Ili tukitembea kwenu, it's not the home where environmental degradation inafanyika hapo kwako nje. Hata mche mmoja, kwa mfano kunanyesha, I hope you've planted 1 mche. Just show us love. Ukirudi nyumbani, tengeneza mazingira yako. Unajua sijui ingine mnasema unajua sina pesa. Sio pesa hauna. It's the will you don't have. Tafuta mche, panda kwako. In fact, leo tukimaliza hii na mrudi nyumbani, you say to mark this day and to know that we were created kuangalia mazingira, do a tree, your environment should be clean. Isikae hata kama, we say sometimes kuna mentality ingine tunaita poverty mentality. ya kichwa tu, ama si ya kichwa. Kufagii kwako juu you are poor. Unakata miche because you are poor. Is that true? Yes, and I'm not saying that from a bad space. I'm saying niko hapa because education, if there is anything, and I think my colleagues have heard me say this, kama singesoma, Nairobi singefika. Nairobi, I got to Nairobi the first time when I was going to join university. Mimi sikuwahi fika Nairobi. And I was taken to college by my mother because I had no idea where Nairobi was. So for you, the opportunities are big and immense. I don't know what will be driving you as the students. For me, what was driving me was poverty. Nilikuwa nashindwa, nitakaa hapa maisha yangu yote. 1, 2, nitaolewa kwa hii kijiji na maisha iendelee hivyo vile nimeiona. Number 3, many things. So there are many issues. Now there are many challenges. They should drive you. They should see za kukurudisha nyuma. They are the ones that should drive you. And when you see us here, it has been a long journey. But someone trusted us, believed in us. Some of us were encouraged, others were not. We hope for you, we shall work with you to encourage you that everything is possible. So I'm really glad, and we really appreciate also our donor who has made this possible. He's called Bob King. I'm sure Marianne will talk about this, but we appreciate him as we are here. And we hope that this will move from 5, as I've said, to 10, to 20, and we shall be able to give forward when our time comes. So our very best wishes, and we shall walk with you on this journey. And thank you to our partners that have joined us, our friends from Tsavo